Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning, third grade. My name is Mrs. Nixon. I am so excited to be here on this Thursday morning and support you as you become amazing thinkers, readers, and writers. You know what I was doing just now? I was trying to solve one of these secret code activities that's found in the activity book. Now this one's Super Y has his activity book here, and if you would love to do some of these puzzles just like I'm doing this morning, it's really easy. There's an address that's going to pop up here on the screen just for you. Jot that down or use the email address and send me a note, but don't forget to include a return address so I can put one of these fun activity books in the mail for free for you. Now, in that letter or in that email, you can choose to let me know all sorts of different things. Maybe it's something you're learning in your classroom, something you've learned here on PBS, or maybe you want to tell me about an awesome book that you've been reading. And we can share here on PBS, we can share with our other third grade friends what that story is that you're reading at home. All right, now speaking of reading, how can you find some books? Because I imagine right now you've probably read everything in your house and you're ready to read something different. Okay, there's a couple of things you can do. You can check out some books from your county library, or if you're here in Fresno Unified, you can check out books on Sora, and that's free. And we love to celebrate our students who have been checking out our books on Sora. We're counting how many books are being checked out, and then we're doing kind of a countdown as to which schools are checking out the most books. Are you ready to find out who's in that second place this week? Okay, let's look at our chart here. So in second place for our top checkout schools, we've got, drum roll, Turner Elementary. Oh my goodness, good job, Turner Tigers. Awesome job. You guys are in second place. It's super easy, like I said. If you want to get your school up on our list, all you need to do is check out a book. You can ask maybe a couple of classmates to check out books too, and then we'll start to see your school listed. Okay, let's get started today. I have three things we're going to go through. We're going to talk about plural nouns. We're going to talk about syllables with vowel digraphs, and then we're going to finish up with a little bit of comprehension around those root words. Okay, let's get started. It's Thursday. We've been working on these high frequency words all week long. How are you doing with them? Have you been practicing them at home? That's right, because you're responsible for your learning success. I know you're doing a great job. Keep it up. Okay, here are our words. Let's read them big and loud. Sing, sleep, she, show, 7, shall, see, say, small, and saw. Okay, our two words today, I love it. Both of them are only 3 letters, which is fantastic. So we have say, S-A-Y, which actually has a vowel team digraph, and the word see, which is S-E-E. Oh, let me think about it for a second. See is actually a homophone. That means that there's another way that we can spell see, and they both have 2 different meanings. Can I show you a trick? This is how I remember this see has to do with being able to visualize or see something out and about. How many E's do you see? There's 2 of them. How many eyes do you have? You have 2 of them. And the word eyes, I know it sounds funny because it says I, but it starts with the letter E. So if you've got 2 eyes, just like see in here, you'll remember that that has to do with vision. All right, S-E-A has to do with the ocean. Help me put these in a sentence today. Here we go. I wish I could my friends today. My nephew always has a lot to Okay, I wish I could see, S-E-E, see my friends today. And my nephew always has a lot to say. I love calling my nephew. He tells me the greatest stories. All right, let's look down here. We're going to practice those plural nouns. And so right here it says, add an S to most singular nouns to make them plural. Add ES if the singular noun ends with S, double S, SH, CH, or X. Now, I have all of those examples, words that end with those letters, written down here below. Now, the first one is just a regular singular noun, right? So we've got the word toy. It doesn't have any of the S, the double S. It doesn't have any of that. So if I had one toy or many toys, it's real easy. I just add that S. And this is what we do with most of our nouns, right? Okay, so circus, though, ends with the letter S. So I need to add the ES, circuses. Okay, I've been to several different circuses. So it has that Z sound, circuses. Say it. Good. All right, here's another one. Dress ends with the double S, dress. That's one dress. If I own many dresses, I would add the ES, dresses. All right, how about over here? Sandwich ends with the CH. So I'm going to, if I say I'm going to eat 2 sandwiches, maybe I'm really hungry, right? Then I'm going to add ES to that CH, sandwiches. And then wish has the SH, so we need to add, we're going to have 2 wishes, we add ES. And lunchbox ends with the X, so we want to make sure that we put ES, lunch boxes, just like that. Excellent. Let's switch gears a little bit and talk about syllables. Specifically, right here, I've got just a reminder for us. Every syllable in a word has one vowel sound. That's right. Not just, don't stop at vowel, vowel sound. Every syllable has one vowel sound. That's going to help you, especially on the test as we get into the springtime and they're asking you how many vowel or how many syllables are in a word. You can look for those vowel sounds. And we've been practicing vowel digraphs so that we know that vowel digraphs like EA and EE and EY and OE, all of those digraphs, those vowel teams make one sound. That's what we've been practicing. Okay, let's get through and look at a couple of examples. So if I have the word birthday, birthday has, I can see a couple of different vowels. Now remember, I made the vowel digraph, the whole pair. We're not going to split that up. That stays together. It's one vowel sound. And then I've got my vowel over here. And if I'm going to divide this into syllables, I've got 2 vowel sounds, so I know I've got 2 syllables. Birth, day, and I'm going to just split it so we can kind of see it. This is how we would divide it. All right, let's look over here. We've got briefcase. How many vowel sounds do we hear? K. So we've got an A sound and an E sound, right? So this one's a vowel team. We're not going to split that one up. And then we've got, here's our second vowel sound. So we know we're going to have 2 syllables, brief case. Do you see how that we did that? Okay, let's go through and let's do a little practice with some of this here. So here what I want to do, we're going to read each sentence and circle the plural noun, and then we're going to write the singular form of that noun on the line. Okay, so let's find it. I read a story about the foxes that live on Smith Island. Okay, so we've got foxes. How do we write the singular form? We learned how to write the plural. How do we make it be singular? Well, we've got to take that ES off, right? So now we're just going to have fox. Perfect. So make sure the ashes are cold before leaving the campsite. So we've got the word ashes. Now, what does ash end with? It's got that SH, which means we don't need the ES. So what is our word in singular form? It's just ash, right? Last one, I plan to write my report on heroes in my life. Now, we didn't really talk about words that end with O, but they kind of follow the same rule. And so heroes is our plural noun, and it adds an ES. So singular would simply be hero. All right, nice. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of sorting down here. We want to read the words in the box, and we're going to underline that vowel team. We're training our brains to find those vowel teams. So in greener, we've got the double E. Did you see that? So then in freedom, again, that double E. Teammate, do you see it? EA. Mailbox, AI. Prepaid, AI. Roadside, yeah, are you starting to see them? Okay, now remember, we're just looking for those vowel digraphs. Daytime, did you remember this one? AY, oh look, AY, and here's another AY. That made it a little easier. How about in snowfall? What's the vowel digraph there? So sometimes just practicing finding those vowel digraphs can really help train our brains. Weakest has an EA. Unknown has that OW. And coaches, OA. Now, this is something you can do at home. You could find them and then you can sort them. So I've got here are all my EA words and my EE words. So I can just move them and put them together based on what that vowel digraph team has. Do you see how easy that is? So I would love to see you do some of these at home just for fun, right? All right, so that's kind of what that looks like. I'd like to finish up today with one final activity. Oops, I'm gonna stay this way. One final activity, we're gonna talk about root words. Now, remember, root words are that simplest form of a word. That means all the prefixes are taken away, all the suffixes are taken away, and we just have that root word. And the reason that we want to find that root word, maybe we don't know what that multisyllabic word is, and if we can get it down to its simplest form, maybe we recognize that. So help me out. I have a lot of admiration for your home, but I must return to my home before morning. So here's our word, admiration. So let's put it into a root word. There we go, admire. What does admire mean? Does it mean that we're jealous, disgusted, or is it a feeling of respect? Yeah, it's a feeling of respect. So I'm gonna know what admiration is. I'm feeling respectful towards someone's home. Great. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. It was awesome getting to help you with these different areas. And remember, you're responsible for your learning success. So practice, practice, practice. I look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow on PBS. Take care. Bye-bye.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.